Hi there Transformer fans, this is Skidsmanflap1313 bringing you another video review, and this time I've got for you the Transformers Prime RID line. This is Deluxe Wave 2 Arcee. This figure, wow, this is quite different to the other Arcee. Not only in the colour, but also the size of it as well is a lot. It's not 100% accurate, but it is a lot more accurate. Now, just to show you the comparison, you can see the difference in colour. This one's a darker, this one is more light, and in the cartoon she's more of a light motorcycle. Not to say that this one isn't, you know, accurate at all, but there's certain features to this which could have been added to this to make one hell of a good figure. So obviously this thing, you can see, comes with two accessories. Both of them you can already see what they are. So you've got this silver blade, which obviously comes out from her sort of forearm, and then she uses it to battle, mostly arachnid to be honest, but that's a weapon. And then she's got this cannon, which is what she uses. This is a little bit big, just a tad too big, but they made an upgrade set, and I've actually been able to get that, and I will be going over that after. There's a few different upgrades which I'll be like doing after all of these figures have actually been done, like little minor things and then sort of like biggish sort of ones. But you know, there's the two weapons. You can put them off to the side before. I mean, obviously you can peg them on at the very start. She's actually got these two holes here, which if you remember from the other bike, which I'll just grab off this one now, you had this. Now, I'm just wondering if this actually... so it can peg on if you wanted to. So obviously there's two pegs on this thing. You can have a sort of lower one, and then, you know, whatever you want really. But you know, it's up to you what you want. If you really want to use that one, I mean, if you don't have the first edition, it's not really the end of the world. If you really want them spikes on your car, on your motorcycle, but it's just an optional thing. But anyway, you've got the stunt peg as well, which stunt peg. Yeah, stunt peg, which you can, you know, or kickstand stunt peg. The kickstand there, so it's just movable where you can hide it up, and then rolls really well. You can pull off a wheelie. You know, it doesn't roll on its own, obviously, but it rolls pretty cool when you're holding it. You know, and it would be good if there was a sort of like Jack figure to go on top, just so you can have him sort of like riding Arcee, or having her hologram as maybe like an additional upgrade sort of thing. But there we go. So on to the transformation. Pretty simplistic and quick, but it's pretty good, you know, because these are, you know, meant for kids, so it's ideal. So first things first, you want to go grab these flaps here and just pull them out, and they're only pegged in at one point, which is this hole here by that peg here. So you just do that on both sides, and what that will do is actually free up the legs to move them and rotate them out. So you can do this, and then sort of like the other Arcee, you split the wheels. However, this one is different because, and also come around here as well, and just, if you've got nails, do that, or you can just, you know, pull it with a bit of force and it'll just undo itself. It's different because you get half a wheel rather than just half a wheel. So you get half a wheel instead of half a wheel, if you know what I mean. Rather than having it cut in half here and having the whole chunk of the half of the tyre, you get half a tyre as if it's been ripped apart. But you know, both of them are pretty good. You know, you can just do that. That's all you gotta do. Rotate them up on the little joint, tuck them in on the legs, just rotate the legs around, and basically the legs are done. You know, you got the sort of pointy toes sort of thing. So they are done. Next thing you want to do is you want to come to the sides, and you can see these two blue parts. Just pull them out. They've got holes in the forearms again, or more like top of the arm. And then there's pegs on the side here which go into that. So just unpeg both sides. And obviously you can see the head at the moment, which is a little bit tucked up. So because these are called revealers, you sort of have the head down like that, so it doesn't look like she's there. And then you push the waist down, and the whole head pops up and is there and stuck there, unless you rotate that or like move it up, and then the head will go back down. But it just fills in the whole body a lot better. Rather than having to bring the front of the motorcycle around in order to make the chest. So last things is just grab the tyre from behind here and just rotate that all the way around, and then you can just rotate that like that and just sort of compact it as much as you can. Stand her up, get her head facing. And then you can sort of make a little pose. There you go. Sort of off to the side. And obviously these are compatible with the figure. You can underslung the gun if you want. Although in the actual cartoon it comes out of her arm, so it's obvious that you'll go for the arm thing. But then, you know, it gives you that thing. There's a peg on this and a hole there if you really want to do this, and that gives you a sort of bayoneted weapon. But that's entirely up to you. So I just like to display her holding this gun, and then having this on her side. Makes her a little bit top heavy, but you know, just move her a little bit. You can get a really cool figure. Now obviously you can see that the gun is definitely oversized. It's almost the whole figure, which, you know, is disappointing. However, it's been rectified through upgrades. It's a lot more of a cleaner figure, if you know what I mean. There's not a lot of like leftover bits, you know. Well, other than the wheel, but the other one had the wheel. The wings are in the right place. As far as I know, she had wings coming off her or like flaps coming off the back. You know, she's got plenty of articulation for this sort of figure, and you know, it's a petite figure. You know, it's not a bulky figure. It's how it should be. Obviously, it's still too big, but it's not. If it went any smaller in deluxe size, it wouldn't fit in with the scale. You know, Bulkhead's huge, Optimus is huge, and this is it doesn't look totally correct. But this is a little bit shorter than the other deluxe, so that's a bit of a positive. If it was I'd say maybe 3 or 4 centimeters smaller, you probably talking the right height, I'm guessing. I mean, obviously you can bend the legs and sort of get it to squat down a little bit if you're going to take like some sort of accurate picture or something, but it's entirely up to you. But there we go, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this Transformers review, and stick around for next Saturday when I do another Transformers review. So I will see you then. Yeah, so just make sure to subscribe if you want to see any more of these. Comment down below if you want me to do anything different to these videos, and rate the video as well so I know that you are enjoying the series of all these figures. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!